Hey, 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 welcome to the Wheat Field. Welcome to the Wheat Field travel series. We are still on Travel Wheat, and as you can see, we're getting near to the end of our travel time, and today was a rest day, and your girl is getting geared up to travel again, I say. We got to be up and ready for flight by 5 a.m., and we have about an hour drive to the airport, which means we're gonna be up about 2:30, heading out about 3:30, 3, because we got to be at the airport by 4, so we can be on the flight by 5. So we are gonna be putting it down early tonight. Today is Friday, March the 10th, as we are shooting this message, and whenever you get this, it's still now. It's still good from now. We got From Caring Comes Courage and Woosah. We literally was talking about your girl needing some rest. It just kind of, because we're going to have a long day of traveling tomorrow, so that's funny. So From Caring Comes Courage, we have out as well. We also brought along our High Vibe decks. We said we're going to jump into some of these cards, get them out and get a little bit of a shuffle going on. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? What up, Wheatfield? What up, y'all's wheat? How y'all doing? If you new, welcome. Welcome to you too. Yes, I am so excited to have you. I am so excited for you to stop by. Hopefully, if you stop by, it's because the Spirit brought you by here. So there's something for you in this space. If it's not this message, Ashe, it's another one. Just go through the archives and select one and press play. Gotta give you my disclaimer. My name is La T. Yes, it is. My name is La T. That's an inside joke, y'all. It's a part of why I'm on travel. So, anywho, I feel like Tina Turner, like I get to keep my stage name. You know what I mean? I keep my stage name. It's an inside joke, but y'all get what I'm saying. If you get what I'm saying and you follow what I'm saying, you could catch hold to what I'm picking up or putting down. You know what I'm saying? All right. Anywho. So, Lati here. I am a channeled messenger. I can read creation in short, basically. So, the Most High God, the infinite intelligence, its word, aka the principal thing, wisdom, the breath of life, yes, that connects and fuels us all. I mean, that the word moves on, the Father spoke out, and that intelligence got to moving on the breath, and it made everything happen, and creation just got to coming together. The supreme alchemist, our source, the Father, the eternal Lord of all of creation that made everything. You know what I'm saying? How that go? We are not spiritual. We're not. Ooh, we said that way wrong, didn't we? I feel like it's something else going on in this space right now. Because look, okay, so I always have like a little photo for each of the sessions. Like we take a little click selfie, whatever. And then that's the cover, whatever. So we were struggling to find a light. When I say the light up in this room is like it is dark. But so the light is not good. My little camera not camera. What am I trying to say? I'm traveling. So I got a little travel setup, for the microphone, and it's got a little light and this little pod. I mean, like a little baby tripod and stand up out this. It wasn't doing nothing major. It wasn't making no noise. Anywho, the mic is not compatible with my phone. We found that out because we didn't do no test run before. We just threw the shit just throw it in the bag. We learned from that one. We learned from that. So we know that mic is not compatible. So we need to have another travel mic or a little bit of, clip on or something, when we are out on the go and we need to record and we're going to bring a message. So but it has a little light on the tripod, but it's just like it ain't making no noise either. It really ain't. So we've been trying to play around with this little setup and see like how we can get the light going, something that's a little bit better. But we was having a hard time finding the light. So we felt like, maybe it's a part of that for the message. And then turn around and in the disclaimer say that we are not spiritual to know. We know that that's not that ain't right for sure, because we are highly spiritual. We do everything in the spirit. I mean everything. Even I mean everything. Well, it don't matter what it is. It's happening in the spirit. And with the spirit, is that right? Ashe, Ashe. We are not religious though. We are not religious at all. No, because we figure that the Most High God, according to what's been revealed unto us, made everything, and you know, I don't really, I don't get into all that. Anywho, coming off of that point, words is words. Sometimes we cuss, sometimes the shit comes out. Because if it's shit, then it's shit, and that's just it. What else do we need to say? We read creation. We said all of that already. So we bring all the pieces together. And if you can rock with that, you can roll with that. Hang on in there and hang out with your girl. I mean, sometimes it starts slow. Like, yeah, it's slow. Like the old school Crisco, that thick shit you got to get out the can and put it in the pan, and then the Most High come in and warm it up. You know what I mean? And we get to cooking. We don't know what we be cooking. We don't. The Spirit will tell us as we, get underway. Because right now we just know that it's some energy and we going to get it out, Ashe. So that's what that is. And sometimes it be slow. Like chili. You know what I mean? Like you be trying to figure out. Sometimes it's a hot ass mess. Like you have no idea. Like right now, I feel like it's a hot ass mess. Like, it's a whole bunch of ingredients and we don't know what the fuck gonna come together. It's just it's gonna happen. It's gonna flow out. The Most High bring it together though. The Most High is good. When I say you be done took all of them leftover pieces in the refrigerator, like your mixed veggies and some old rice and some eggs, and threw together a whole fried rice meal. You just never know how that shit gonna come together. But it works out because sometimes you can figure it out when you got barely nothing. I feel that. Sometimes it just comes together better when you ain't got because sometimes when you got a whole bunch of choices, that's like going to the grocery store and your refrigerator is full, like your freezer is full, your fridge is full, everything is packed, right? And then you get hungry and you go stand in front of the refrigerator and you be like, I don't know what in the hell I want to eat. What am we finna eat? What is we finna? I got all this stuff and I don't know what I want. You know how you get choice overload, but when you don't have a whole bunch of nothing in there, you get real strategic. Oh, I can make this with that, and I can make this. Oh, okay, I can see how we could bring this together. And these two pieces, like I told you, it could be some random ass leftovers, some rice, an egg, some mashed vegetables, maybe some shredded chicken for 2 days ago, and now you got chicken fried rice, and you ain't even think about it like that. But shit, and it probably could have been the soy sauce packets from Chinese food 6 months ago, and you got them in the drawer somewhere, and you done pulled all that mess out and made a whole meal. Didn't even know that you could bring all them pieces together like that, but it come out together, and it be a good meal, something that's edifying onto your soul. So this is how that be sometimes like that. You know what I mean? Sometimes it be like cooking with hot Crisco, hot grease. And then get to dropping nuggets and then get to frying. Father sat down barefoot. It's time I take your shoes off. I'm going to take my house shoes off right now. About getting grounded. Getting the ground beneath your feet. Feeling the ground beneath your feet. I feel like that. Like somebody that had the rug ripped out from them and they feeling like, starting all over again from hardly nothing. You're trying to get your bearings, get your grounding again. Trying to find the light. Sometimes when you go through stuff like that and having everything ripped out from up underneath you, like the rug pulled out, something very unexpected. It take you a while to get your bearings. Positive change just popped out. I feel like, maybe, whatever is happening is a change and it's going to be for the positive. It'll work out towards the good. It always do for those who love the Most High God and called and according to his purpose, right? You choose to operate in the purpose and everything that you do is going to work out towards your good. It work out towards the good. You may not see it in the moment that is going through with the change and everything, but it does. It works out towards your good. I feel like it's something else in here. This one right here. Hot bath. Ooh, I just put some bath stuff in there because I'm going to take me a hot bath before I get, because I'm going to lay it down early. And we went to Target. We did, and we got a couple extra little, the little bitty mini things, a little mini bubble bath and all that stuff because there was a couple things that I didn't pack because I'm a horrible packer. I am terrible at packing, I tell you. But anywho, yeah, we pick up those little things, and we're gonna run us a hot bath before we go so we can get, calm down, get grounded, just relax in the flow, I feel, before we get ready to go on this whole other leg of travel. Because, tomorrow is one stop and then we got some other stops after that. Water is a vibration changer. It calms your nerves and grounds your energy. Yes, we was just saying, get grounded in the flow. Soak in a hot bath. Throw in some Epsom salt to release the toxins in your body. Now, we didn't bring no Epsom salt. We didn't. But we're going to pray for real. We're going to pray real good. If you don't have a tub or you lack time, then imagine that you're soaking in the tub. Your mind is positive. And I mean, it's powerful. May not be positive because what's going on with this positive change, you may be feeling a little bad about it. Let's read that one. It say the opposite of an intuitive thought is a self-critical thought. That's what I was feeling, self-criticism. Like if it wasn't like, it's a change going on and it's going to end up positive, work out for your good. But at the same time, you might not feel so very good about it right now. One of my aunties, my cousins, he say, I bet you don't feel something pretty good right now. That's how I feel. Like somebody don't feel so pretty good right now. They don't. No. Whenever you put yourself down or think you are not good enough, reframe the statement. I love positive reframe. Taking something and flip it. Flip it, my weed. Flip it. Yes. For example, I'm not good enough. You flip it into a question. What if I am good enough? Like believing on the fact that you are good enough instead of believing on the fact that you're not good enough. And it's enough that comes against us to make us doubt ourselves and to feel like it's just not possible. You know what I mean? How can this situation turn out to be for the good? How can this really be a positive change? But if you see it and you say it, you call it as a positive change and that it will work out for your good and that you will be better off for it in the end, that's exactly what it's going to be. That's exactly what it's going to be because you have determined it will. Like we talked about, the Father is a grand alchemist. Father could take anything and turn it into whatever it wants to. And you have the ability, you are made in his image, in its likeness. So you have the ability to take any situation and reframe it, to flip it, and take that negative and turn it into a positive change. You have that ability. I feel magician. Yeah, but that's the alchemist, using all of these tools, the grand divine tools, the wand, the sword. I mean, what else? The cup. That's the pentacle. Whatever that you need, it's all at your disposal. Everything. And whatever comes to you in your life experiences is just fuel. It's not fuel, material, essence, material, for you to recombinate. No, it's not going to look the same that it was, but it's not supposed to. It's change. And because everything is made out of the same stuff. We just name it different stuff. I mean, this shirt essentially is made out of the same thing as my skin, as my hair. Like when you break it down, it's different compositions, but of the same materials. The periodic table, those elements that we learned about in chemistry, that stuff right there, that is what everything with creation itself is made out of. And when you take all of those atoms and elements and all that stuff and that composition and you recombine it in different concentrations of this and that or whatever, it just it's all the same thing. But it's all about what you call it. So positive reframe. Life and death is in the power of your tongue. It's in the power of your tongue. So whatever you say it is what it's going to be. What about I'm not very smart into I'm doing the best that I can, or kindness is my strength, or I know enough that I need to know right now and I'm learning more. I'm learning more. I'm going to learn as I grow. I'm going to grow as I learn. This is a wonderful starting point. It's all kinds of ways you can do that. And like I said, I love positive reframe. What are some other positive statements you can think of? We just ran through those. Ashe. Thank you, Father, for these messages. I appreciate you so much for being here with us, for taking care of us, for giving us a message that is edifying onto self first and foremost, that I may serve up to you. Father. Let me be so full in my service that it overflows and I can serve it out to your wheat, and that your wheat be edified, Father, and they can serve you. Let us come together over the principles of the message, Father. Yes, and magnify ourselves so that we may serve you, Father. Yes. I feel like in the service of edifying itself to edify others, those others will in turn edify me. Yes, like I feel the cycle of giving and receiving, the give and take. Yes, the balance, the receiving and giving, the giving and receiving, the serving and being served. Like to serve the gift will serve us. To serve out yourself, others will in turn serve themselves out to you. It will be an exchange, like a networking collaboration type of thing. And whatever it is, this change that's coming, I believe is going to bring more collaborators into your life. Like you may not see right now, that this is a positive change, but that's why you Father recommends that you flip it. You flip the attitude. From caring comes courage. To be loving, kind, and passionate. Maybe kindness is your superpower, is your strength, and we saw that on that card. There's a lot of cards. It's two. You want both of these? Either one? You want something out of here? No, no. It feel heavy. Turn it over. Shit happens. That's what it is. We saw a positive change, something that you don't feel like is positive. Cause y'all see that? Cause this light feel like it's going crazy. I told you I'm having a hard time finding the light. So somebody might be having a hard time finding light. We see tantrum time. That's also wanting to get a little screen time too. Tantrum. Somebody might be having a tantrum over the shit that's happening. That's how I feel. Somebody is not feeling like, okay, the shit that's going on that's happening to me is a good thing. They don't. They like, And maybe, it's not supposed to feel good right now. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's, supposed to awaken you to something about self, something that needs to be matured within you or just adjusted, something for you to put your focus on. Again, I feel like, again, all things are all things are for the good of those who love God and are called according to its purpose. And considering that we are all called according to the purpose, whatever is happening to you to wake you up, that is along your journey to bring something to you, give you another piece of awareness of self, I feel, because it's all about you in your journey. Each of us in our own way, learning, discovering self, right, along the way. And whatever is happening to you is for that purpose, Ashe, so that you could step into your calling, so that you can learn you. So probably so you can come out of the dark and back into the light. Because I just feel like, somebody is really in a dark, dark situation and they are being pulled out into the light. Maybe you are resistant with coming into the light. Maybe you can't find the light. Maybe that's a part of it, that you are looking to find the light and you're just not able to find it. Maybe it's, again, flipping and changing that mantra, what you're saying to yourself is going to be the key. You like that positive refrain to flip it, my weed. Flip it. Flip it. All things are working for your good. The source is intentional and it's never failing, never failing. I said all things are working for my good. This is Testimony Meets Tarot. It's intentional, never fail. So flip it. All things are working for your good. It's a positive change. It don't feel like it. And maybe that's why you throwing a tantrum, you having a fit about it. You're not for sure why you're going through this, but it's a reason. And Father says shit happens. You are the image maker. I said you were an alchemist, but you are an image maker. What you focus on manifests. What thought patterns do you need to shift? Father say, Positive reframe. Adjust your thinking. You're traveling down a road, a journey, probably going by yourself, or you feel like you are all by yourself. And it's like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to face this? Isolated, I feel. Like nobody else maybe even understands. Father say that's a challenge. You are challenging. And 3 and 4 on this card is a 7. So it's definitely a challenge. It may have been you walking away from something. I kind of get that 8 of Cups kind of feel thing on there. Or either you had to walk away from something or you were pushed away from something. And whatever it was challenging with that 7. Father say shit happens. Your energy drops. Your computer crashes. It is just what it is. When things go south, it's the human condition to want to understand why. Again, those thoughts, it doesn't matter why. All things are working towards your good. Change your thought process. What can you learn from it? What is it teaching you? What is it bringing you? Shit happens. That's why I be having to get that disclaimer. Because shit is shit. And when it's shit, that's just it. But at the same time, it might be shitty, but shit is a fertilizer. Think about it. People want to grow a good garden, they use compost or they use manure or some sort of mix because shit is a fertilizer. I mean, it's going to help whatever else you want to grow. It's growing you. When shit happens, know that you are growing. We got 2 more high vibe cards. High vibe attractions. So when shit happens, know that you got some fertilizer and to shift your attitude, to shift it. Your mind is powerful. It really is. You don't have to, no matter what you see with your physical eyes, you can close your eyes and put yourself in a whole nother space. That's a challenge. Father say high vibing is a challenge. Attracting high vibrations to yourself. Run around the house excited about your life. Somebody not. Right? You're not. You can't see. It's too much change, I feel. Even though the changes maybe are going to lead to something really positive, change in itself is difficult. And even though change is the only constant, like change is always happening, people get so attached. We're human. We make attachments and we get so attached to the things that are in our life, that are present. People, possessions, we come like a sense of ownership or that connectivity to it is so tough that when it gets moved or moved away from us or we get pushed away, it's really hard to disconnect from that. It's hard to detach. It's hard to see how the letting go or the coming away or the falling away of that thing or person or event, that situation, moving away from you, change itself is good. How could this possibly be good? I feel somebody is having that sentiment. A new focus. If you are unhappy in your job, in your relationship, or with your body, find something about that does make you happy. Again, coming from a place of gratitude. Flip it, my weed. Flip it to the positive side, right? For example, I really like the filtered water at work. You can always find something, always. If you don't like where you stay at the very least, you got somewhere to stay. And that's something to be grateful about, right? You can go in there and take a hot bath, a hot shower. That's something to be grateful about. You got some good smelling soap. You got some, a little poofy or whatever to scrub yourself down with. That's gratitude. There's so many different things that you could do and just being grateful with the ability to take a hot shower. That gives you the space. You can go into your mindset and imagine yourself to be wherever you want to be. And when you do that from a loving, caring, positive vibration, you will call all that to your life. Your whole world has changed. It's already changed in your mind, and all you have to do is change in your mind, and the physical is going to follow. When you focus on things you like, you change your body's response. The situation might not be different, but your perspective will be. You will change your perspective and you will feel better. You will. I say, think the Father is saying to go take a hot bath, to relax. You go take a hot bath and put yourself in a whole different mental space, a whole different, like a mental vacation kind of thing. Yeah. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Exhale slowly. Repeat to yourself, may I be kind. May I be happy. May I be safe. Repeat for others. May they be kind. May they be happy. May they be safe. And that's good because I was feeling like to serve out to others will have that energy return, that service back onto self. And this card is saying that to wish blessings onto self for self edification first, and then to serve them blessings back out onto another. And I feel like somebody may be having a hard time with blessing other people. Maybe that's a part of the darkness to come out into the light enough where you could serve and bless others. The same way that you would bless yourself, the way you would see yourself, to be able to see others in that capacity and wish them that same goodness, that same kindness. It takes courage to do that, especially if it's somebody that you had to walk away from. To bless your enemy, ooh, beloved, you talking about manifesting from everything from a great a place that's powerful, that's gonna call everything into you. When you could bless a person that's done you wrong, you ain't even got to, it ain't got to be. It's just a blessing from your heart space, changing the vibrations, changing how you feel about it, changing your perspective. Because whatever the case may be, it's all things are working for your good. It's intentional and it never fails. Never failing. I know that. Oh, come on, y'all. And finally, may everyone be kind. May everyone be happy. May everyone be safe. Safe. Shift your focus. A new focus is coming in for you. And to start doing that, go take you a hot bath. I told you, Spirit wouldn't pick me up some travel-sized bath stuff because we needed to find the light. I mean, we in the light. We feel like we in the dark with other people or somebody else is in the dark too. But we was having a hard time. Even like I said, setting this up like to find the light, to come into the light. And that is a struggle for some. I really feel that energy. And some of the things that, again, ain't always been so great. It really haven't. But to come out of this space is coming out of a dark area and coming back into the light. And as I travel back into the light, to find the light, to keep the goodness, the kindness, the having the courage to stay caring, positive reframe, new focus, new plans, attracting goodness. It doesn't matter what I see right now. I put myself in a whole nother place mentally. High vibe and attractions. That will help write this. Attract high vibrations to yourself. Run around the house and feel excited about life. I ran around the parking lot yesterday, excited as hell. When I tell y'all, we sure did. Threw our hands up in the air and everything like I was about 10 years old and ran around in a whole circle. Yes, jumping up and down and all of that. You talking about doing so puts the law of attraction in place. So we want to attract some new goodness from a caring space, still being empathetic and sympathetic to other people. I mean, the Father is going to take care of what it needs to take care of, and we're going to be obedient and do what we are told to do. But at the end of the day, we still care, because everybody gets spiritual lessons and everybody get, we ain't going to talk about it. When you want something good to happen to you, moping around the house and complaining will not get it no closer. If anything, you will push it away from you because you are not vibrating on what it is that you want. So no moping around the house and complaining. Let that go. Positive, reframe, positive. Get excited about something. Pretend to be excited about something. Your mind is powerful. Your mind don't know whether it's real or not. You could pretend to be powerful. You could look. Go into your kingdom and play with all your stuff. Go into your kingdom space and play with all of your stuff. Sit in the spirit in that bathtub and play with all your stuff. What you got in your kingdom? I mean, I got a Bentley. I got a couple of them. I got a 1924 Rolls Royce. I don't even know if they had Rolls Royces in 24, but that's what it looked like to me with the big old fat white walls and all that on there. Yep, I got an Excalibur. I got an airplane. I got a helicopter. I got a whole. Look, I know. I'm just saying, let me play with your stuff. I mean, it's your spirit space. You can do what you want to do in there. Positivity raises your vibration. It makes you feel good inside and naturally attracts other high vibing energies. Gotta vibrate with what you want. Change your frequency. Tune your frequency. And a lot of times this shit comes. When shit happens, that's what's happening. You are being tuned. Your frequency is being updated. Upgrade. So you may be having a tantrum. That's what Father say. Tantrum time is here. Somebody is having a tantrum. You might need to get some energy out, some negative energy. You might need to do it. You might need to put on some boxing gloves and hit the bag. You might need to hit a pillow, scream in a pillow or something like that. You know what I mean? Stump your feet. Like we talked about running around the house. Maybe you need to run around the house and scream and get it out. And then, act like, a kid and get excited once you got it out, or fall out on the floor and pass out. Somebody might need to do one, and some might need to do others, depending on what spectrum you on. We just saying. Having a tantrum moves and releases your energy so that it is not stuck and weighing you down. We've been talking about solar plexus chakra and energy that is stuck right there, that you haven't digested yet. You haven't had the ability to deal with it, to release it. And maybe if you do need to do this, punch the bag, punch a pillow. Put the pillow over your face and scream. Stump and fall all out like you 2-3 years old. I bet you if you just threw a whole 2-year-old tantrum right now, it'll probably make you feel good, and you will end up laughing at the whole end of it. Because you'll feel the silliness, like, I literally just threw a whole tantrum. Don't be emotionally irresponsible and throw a whole tantrum on nobody else. That's not what we saying. We saying that you might want to, be in a little space by yourself, close the door, whatever, and throw a whole tantrum, fall all out, and bang your feet on the floor and pound the ground with your fists. You know what I mean? Whatever it takes to get the energy out. Whatever a 2-year-old would do when you see them doing them terrible twos and fall all out, and then folks, you be looking at them like, if you don't get yourself up off the floor, you could do your whole self like that. Not only will it let it out, but you do some inner child healing. Yes, and pull yourself and say, okay, now let's talk about what's going on. You got it out? You got it out? Now let's think about what's going on. Let me give you some care, some love, some care, some attention, some focus, a new focus. That's what the cards say. Yeah, afterwards you will feel lighter and ready to move forward. That's what it says. Afterwards, you will feel lighter and ready to move forward. This bottom part. Father say you are the image maker. What you focus on will manifest. So if you caution, remaining in a place of moping and complaining only begets more moping and complaining. Each after its own kind, beloved. Each after its own kind. Joy doesn't beget jealousy. It just doesn't. Jealousy begets more jealousy. If you want to feel more joy, you have to create the feeling of joy in your spirit space. And creating the feeling of joy begets more joy. That is how we magnify. We magnify what we edify. If we are feeding ourselves things that cause us to be envious, then you will beget envy. You will birth envy. But if you are feeding yourself from a place of positivity, that begets joy, that begets beauty, that begets high vibration, the high actions of love, sympathy, empathy, compassion, and understanding, you will bring those to you. And that is what you will have along this path. They will walk towards you and move towards you as you are moving toward it. It will meet. You will be serving it out and it will be coming right back in. And that's where we began. So we're going to end this quick little short session here. Travel sessions are a little bit shorter. You know, my upload and download speed is just highly effective. But we still are so excited to bring messages on travel because that is one of our dreams, to be able to travel and bring messages from anywhere and speak about pretty much anything. To the next now, from your girl Lati here at Tears in Week to Rose Show, where you sure enough never know what you're going to get. Know this. We love you. We love you because we love the source, the Most High God that made all things. It's word, wisdom, yes, and the breath of life that connects us all. To the next now, we'll call this an Ashe.